I know that I'm late. All right, this came out at I want to say it was last Sunday or Monday, and I know I'm late because one or two of these features we're actually getting tomorrow at Saturday morning. I'm a big Fish guy. I wanted to talk about the rollout and the roadmap that we have received. This is from July to October, so oh well, kind of from July to October. We're not seeing the first big update. You know, this one right here, the deep, until the oh, I didn't mean to do that. We're not seeing the deep until August 1st, and then Fish Fry will probably drop around mid-October, leading into Halloween. So I just wanted to talk about some of this stuff. I think the last roadmap they dropped, which I forgot to save an image of it like an idiot. Let me do that real quick. So we're looking at the first one, and as you can see, this one is automatically it was a lot smaller. And I think this one technically started in May, but I honestly, now that I say that, I really don't remember. It might have started in the smack dab beginning of April, because April 1st might have had Wrath of Olympus. But as you can see here, a lot of this stuff also didn't come out like the order it states right here. It was very, I want to say it was very consistent that we got Wrath of Olympus. No, I think, yeah, we got Wrath of Olympus, then we got Venue Takeover, then it was Clans, then it was Companions. Either that or these two might have been switched. I think these two were swapped, and then we got Statue Secret, and then I think there was like a miscellaneous week before we got the aquarium customization. Or honestly, the Shady Bazaar might have came out before that. Either way, not like after about here, the order in which we got these updates was completely false. Drylands didn't come out until after Fish Fest had already came out. Shady Bazaar came out, I'm pretty sure, before the aquarium customization, and that came out like a week before Fish Fest, which, according to this, is not what that rollout was supposed to excuse me, what that rollout was supposed to be like. Now, if we look at this one, we have, there is an extra month in there, and it's kind of cheating a little bit because we are in July, and it's kind of including July still. And in the other one, those updates didn't come out till the beginning of the month it was talking about, if that makes sense. Um, but they were very. I listened to a little bit of the Q&A, and they were very adamant about this is the order that we are going to get this in. There is not going to be no flip flopping. It starts here. And as you can see, we have like they give just a little bit of a teaser, which a lot of these sound cool. This is what comes out tomorrow, right here, the roaming fish, which is a feature that I'm actually really excited about. I know we're getting a couple other things tomorrow too. I know we're getting some kind of water park that they haven't said anything about, but it is in addition to Fish Fest. And I think we're getting a Cheeto rod, which is, they're always added random rods, but um, harpoon guns then comes out the week after, where they said, I think we got harpoon guns, enchantments for harpoon guns, and spears. So harpoon guns will kind of be an extension to spears at the same time, which does interest me a lot because spears have been kind of a forgotten feature that they've talked about, which I do kind of like that it does seem like we are seeing improvements to past things. Spearfishing, fish in general, and the Mariana's Veil, which hasn't seen an update since, obviously, but like, was it since Fabulous Rod? And then before that, I don't know when there was an update to it. Obviously, besides when it first come out, and besides Quest needing you to go down there, because I don't really count those. But our first big update that comes out in August 1st, which will be after these two, is the Deep, which the Fortuitous Deep calls your name. As you can see, that is a big fin squid right there, so, we'll probably getting that. Looks like some kind of a new location, which is really cool. This doesn't seem like anything that'll be a part of Fish Fest, but we also didn't know that. The Drylands didn't say it was going to be it with Fish Fest either, and it kind of is. Don't really know. By the way, I wonder what's going to happen with that. Is it just going to be like Northern Expedition and we get like a portal to go to the Drylands, or are they going to add it to like the main area? I wonder. But this does seem pretty cool. The description for the update in the fish tab on Roblox says they add fish that are based off real life, new spears, new harpoon guns. So this looks like it'll be a big update, basically centered around that, which I think is really cool. I love new locations. This one looks like it's a location underwater, which I think will be really cool. And then we go into the Astral Observatory. This one makes me like I have no idea what this one could be. Could we maybe see improvements to the shooting stars, to starfall totems, maybe, or like that's really all like the only like thing that I can think of. Could the Cosmo or the Cosmic Rod come back or whatever it was called? I didn't play during when that was a thing, but maybe I don't really know what all that update had in it or that event. And then from the looks of it, we're gonna get. I it would make sense that we get Mariana's Awakening after that, which, based off what they've said about it, sounds like it's going to be basically just reworking things and maybe adding some new ones. I really like Mariana's Veil the way it is right now, so I hope it's more of adding new things as opposed to changing things. Obviously, I'm open to everything, so if they do add something and I end up liking it, then, I'll eat my words. But back to the Astral Observatory, this really does interest me because of I have no idea what it's going to be about, and I love space. They haven't said anything about this. I think it could really be cool. This one is another one that I really like. The Sky Crest, a floating tropical beauty, the Fish Fest finale. So this will be the final part of Fish Fest. It'll probably come out like the week of the last week of Fish Fest, as you can see. You kind of see right there, and it looks like a floating, as it says, a floating island. I mean, which sounds really cool. Something that is very different. These two locations are very different from each other, and I think that's really cool. The deep is the like if the based off this picture seems like it's going to be the first like completely underwater location. I mean, yeah, technically Tidefall's underwater, technically Atlantis is underwater, and technically um the depths, or no, not the depths, the other place. What's it called? Where you have to go through the mines. I can't think of the. I'm having a brain fart and I can't think of it right now. But those are all technically underwater. But this looks like you will like be exploring the location underwater. Like there will be no land, which I think is really cool. But anyway, back to this one. This is like the complete opposite. And it looks like the main body of water. It will be the waterfall. I can already like picture it how good this can look visually, with the waterfall there. But I'm really excited about that. And then it looks like we'll get boat racing, and then the Nate's quest. Boat racing, I mean, kind of sounds like I don't want to say a nothing update because I'm sure that there'll be rewards for the boat racing, and there'll be different things you can get, and maybe they kind of incorporate it to the cruise where you can compete with each other who has the fastest times. But for me personally, that kind of sounds like not sounds like I don't really care about any of that. I barely have raced at Fish Fest. Me and my friends have raced a couple of times. I do think it's cool. Obviously, it's not a bad feature at all. But I'm more of interested what might come along with that, because usually with these small updates, there's like a couple things that'll come out with them, like a hunt or something like that. This will be probably the only update out of this whole bunch. Well, besides Nate Quest, but I'll say why in a second. This sounds like the only real update that I'm not necessarily that excited for. Not because I think it's going to be bad, but because it just doesn't really interest me personally. The Nate's Quest. This update will probably be another nothing burger for me because I already have Nate's Blade. I already have the rod. I spent time to save up the $3 billion I thought I would need to buy it. Turns out it only costed 200 million. That is a whole nother like subject of how I feel they handled that situation. But I know this will obviously be a quest. This will obviously be a. I do believe they said a mastery, and we will get. This is Nate's like based off Nate's cat as a companion that we'll either get via the quest or we'll get via the mastery. I do wonder what's gonna happen. Like, well, can I still do the quest and like get nothing or like get a skin or something maybe? And then we go into the Forsaken Trench. What lies behind the skull? This seems like or sounds like it's a new update, but there or not a new up. Obviously, it's a new update, a new location with a new bestiary and stuff. No idea what it could be entailing. No idea. Maybe it's like a cursed island or like a broken, not broken, but like a ruined one, a burnt to crisp one. Maybe this one is probably the most vague out of all of them because I have no idea what this could be. The companions hats, getting cosmetics for the companions. I think that's really cool. Maybe it could almost be like a mastery thing where you have to unlock the hats. That could be really interesting. Don't really know how that would work though. Not with the mastery with the rods, but with the companions. Maybe you have to catch certain fish with the companion. I think that'd be cool. Oh, I just realized I can do this. I mean, that really doesn't affect anything. But the what we get after that is the venue encore, right when you least expect them. That sounds cool. So either we'll get this before Fish Fry, or Fish Fry will start, and then the very next week we get the venue encore. So it looks like we are getting another venue takeover. Based off this already looks like a cool, crazy image. This by this image, this makes me wonder if they will lean away from the instrument rods that usually go down there, because this doesn't have a single instrument in it. And if you look, this one had them holding a guitar, or like it looked like a Polaris Serenade. But also, who knows? It might be nothing like that at all. That does seem cool though. I love the instrument rods. I love all the rods they've added from the music venue so far. I think this is really cool. And then obviously we get Fish Fry. They have said that this will be the biggest update that they have ever added, and let alone the biggest limited event. They said update, and that all of these will be the biggest updates that Fish has ever seen. I'm very excited for what is coming up from Fish. I mean, this is from July starting tomorrow, so let's just say July, August, September, October. This is a full 4 months worth of content when the other one was 2 months. So now we know, honestly, from the this game is like update wise has only been going up in terms of what they've added, how much they've added, what they've been able to do. The updates genuinely do keep getting better and better, especially the big ones. The limited events keep getting better. The bestiaries and the new locations keep getting better. The ideas they have keep getting better. It's like they've really locked in over the past couple months, and I do think it all started whenever they decided to have these roadmaps and to plan ahead and to have these smaller updates where they can add in stuff they want instead of having to cram it into a weekly humongous update. I think this is helping a lot. If I had to pick what I'm most excited for, probably Skycrest and the Astral Observatory. These two right, obviously I'm very excited for the roaming fish and the harpoon guns and heck the deep in general, but honestly, just I'm mainly excited for the Astral Observatory because it sounds so cool and so mysterious. Like we have no out of we have a general idea besides Forsaken what most of these are, based off the image, based off what they said, based off this little idea. We have no idea what this is. This could be anything from we literally go to space to it's like a space themed area, and that's it. And like maybe something to do with the Starfalls. Sorry if you can hear my phone. And then obviously Skycrest, I just think this could be a great looking location, honestly. But yeah, this is what we can expect starting tomorrow. The roaming fish. Should have an update about that, maybe. It'll be hard to have updates about the update, or the videos about the updates, though, because I work on Saturday. But anyway, I'm very excited.